In the ancient land, near the venerable terebinth trees of Mamre, a profound encounter unfolded. The Lord himself appeared to Abraham, a moment of divine condescension and human awe. It was the heat of the day, and Abraham, in the custom of his time, sat at the entrance of his tent, seeking respite from the sun's intensity. As he lifted his gaze, 3 figures stood before him, unexpected visitors in the vast expanse. Without hesitation, Abraham rose swiftly from his seat, his heart stirred by an immediate sense of duty and reverence. He ran from his tent to greet these strangers, bowing low to the ground in a gesture of profound respect and humility. With earnestness, Abraham implored them not to pass by his servant but to accept his hospitality. He offered the simple yet vital refreshment of water, that they might bathe their weary feet after their journey. He invited them to rest beneath the shade of the tree, a welcome sanctuary from the desert sun. Abraham then proposed to bring a morsel of bread, a small provision to strengthen them before they continued their way. He assured them that this brief pause would refresh their spirits. The visitors, acknowledging his sincere invitation, graciously agreed to his offer. Abraham hastened back to his tent, calling to Sarah, his wife. He instructed her to quickly prepare 3 measures of fine flour, kneading it into dough for fresh rolls. His actions were swift and purposeful, reflecting the urgency of his hospitality. He then ran to his herd, selecting a young, tender, and choice steer. He entrusted it to a servant who immediately set about preparing it for the meal. Abraham also gathered curds and fresh milk, completing the array of provisions. With everything prepared, Abraham himself served the lavish meal to his guests. He stood by them under the tree as they ate, a testament to his unwavering dedication and honor. This act of selfless service underscored the deep cultural value placed upon welcoming the stranger. As the meal concluded, one of the visitors, whose presence now radiated an unmistakable authority, inquired about Abraham's wife. "Where is Sarah, your wife?" he asked, his voice carrying a weight of significance. Abraham replied that she was within the tent. Then the Lord, for it was He, made a declaration of immense import. He promised to return to Abraham at the appointed time, about a year hence. He then stated with certainty that Sarah, Abraham's wife, would then have a son. Sarah, who had been listening from the tent entrance behind him, heard these words. Her heart, though filled with longing, was also burdened by the realities of age. She laughed to herself, a quiet, internal chuckle of disbelief. She considered her own advanced age and that of Abraham, both well past the years of childbearing. She also reflected on her own physical state, knowing that the natural course of life had long since closed that door for her. Her laughter was born of human impossibility. The Lord, perceiving her unspoken doubt, questioned Abraham about Sarah's laughter. "Why did Sarah laugh?" he asked, saying, "Shall I indeed bear a child now that I am old?" He then posed a profound rhetorical question, emphasizing his boundless power. "Is anything too marvelous for the Lord to do?" he declared, reaffirming his divine capacity to transcend all human limitations. He reiterated his promise, "At the appointed time, I will return to you, about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah, overcome with fear at being discovered, quickly denied her laughter. "I did not laugh," she insisted, attempting to conceal her momentary doubt. But the Lord, whose knowledge is absolute, gently but firmly corrected her. "No," he affirmed, "you did laugh." After this profound exchange, the men rose from their place and set out from there. Their gaze was directed towards the distant cities of Sodom, and Abraham accompanied them for a part of their journey. As they walked, a divine deliberation unfolded. The Lord pondered within himself, questioning whether he should conceal his impending plans from Abraham. This was not a moment of uncertainty, but a profound reflection on his relationship with his chosen servant. He decided to reveal his intentions, recognizing Abraham's unique standing. He reasoned that Abraham was destined to become a great and mighty nation, and through him, all the nations of the earth would be blessed. This covenantal promise underscored Abraham's pivotal role in divine history. The Lord intended Abraham to direct his descendants and his household after him. They were to keep the way of the Lord, living lives characterized by righteousness and justice. This instruction was not merely for Abraham, but for the generations that would follow, establishing a legacy of moral conduct. The Lord then declared the reason for his journey. He stated that the outcry against the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah was great, and their sin was exceedingly grave. The wickedness of these cities had reached a point that demanded divine attention and judgment. He expressed his intention to descend and see for himself. He would investigate whether their actions truly corresponded to the outcry that had reached him. This was not for his own knowledge, but to demonstrate the justice and thoroughness of his judgment. While two of the men proceeded towards Sodom, the Lord remained with Abraham. As the two departed, Abraham drew nearer to the Lord, his heart burdened by the impending judgment. He boldly questioned the divine justice, asking if the righteous would indeed be swept away with the wicked. This was a plea for discernment and mercy. He appealed to the very nature of the judge of all the earth, asking if he would truly destroy the innocent alongside the guilty. Abraham then presented his first plea. "Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" He asked if the city would be spared for the sake of 50 righteous people found within it. The Lord, in his infinite mercy, agreed to Abraham's request. He declared that if he found 50 righteous individuals within the city of Sodom, he would spare the entire place for their sake. This established a principle of corporate responsibility and divine forbearance. Abraham, emboldened by this initial concession, humbly continued his intercession. He acknowledged his own dust and ashes, yet pressed his plea further. He asked if the city would be spared for the sake of 45 righteous people, should there be 5 less than 50. The Lord, again demonstrating his willingness to listen to Abraham's earnest petition, agreed. He affirmed that he would not destroy the city for the sake of those 45. Abraham's persistent faith was met with divine patience. Abraham, still not satisfied, pressed on, inquiring about 40 righteous individuals. He asked if the Lord would forbear from destroying the city for their sake. The Lord, once more, assented to his request, confirming he would not act if 40 were found. He then ventured to ask about 30 righteous people, pushing the boundaries of his intercession. The Lord confirmed that he would forbear from destroying the city if 30 righteous individuals were found within it. Abraham's courage in prayer was remarkable. Abraham further asked about 20 righteous people, his voice filled with a desperate hope. The Lord agreed not to destroy the city for the sake of those 20. Each step of this negotiation revealed the depth of Abraham's compassion. Finally, Abraham made his ultimate plea, asking for the sake of 10 righteous people. He humbly requested that the Lord not destroy the city for the sake of those 10. This was his final, most fervent appeal for mercy. The Lord, in his boundless grace, agreed to Abraham's final petition. He declared that he would not destroy the city for the sake of those 10 righteous individuals. This profound exchange concluded with a testament to divine mercy and human intercession. As soon as he had finished speaking with Abraham, the Lord departed from that place. Abraham, having completed his earnest intercession, then returned to his own home, his heart undoubtedly pondering the weight of the divine encounter and the fate of the cities.